Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who may or may not already know, my name is Alex, aka YELLOOBERRY. And for today's video, as you can see by the title, I'm going to be giving you guys a Valentine's Day daytime look. For all you guys and gals that are going out for Valentine's Day, who celebrate Valentine's Day, I have come to you guys with the perfect pinky look. I tried not to go for a pink, but like, it's Valentine's Day. I don't wear pink any other day. Like, it's my favorite color. Let me live, okay? But if you want to see another look that doesn't include the color pink, make sure you comment down below. I would love to give y'all another look for Valentine's Day or any day at all. So please continue to watch this video as I show you guys to achieve this look. So my face has already been prepped and primed using my Milk Hydro Grip Primer and the MAC Strobe Cream. So the palette that we will be using today is the Morphe 39S Such a Gem palette. I am totally in love with this palette. It is so pretty. So first things first, we're always going to prime our eyelids with eyeshadow primer. The primer that I use is my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Medium Beige, which is also the same color that I use to conceal my eyebrows. As you can see, I also did my eyebrows off camera. So, I have a video about that, you know? I won't leave y'all in the dark. Definitely click the link down below in the description box for a thorough video on how I do my eyebrows. So as you can see at the beginning of this video, I'm definitely trying to go for a pinky, very feminine look for this Valentine's Day. When I originally wanted to do a Valentine's Day look, I kind of wanted it, I didn't want it to be pink because I just felt like that was so cliche. But again, it is Valentine's Day. I don't wear pink eyeshadow on the regular, so you know, that's what I want to go for. So the first color that we'll be dipping into is the pink color right here. I'm going to take this Morphe M441 fluff brush and put this color into my crease. One great tip that I would like to mention is that whenever you're applying your eyeshadow onto your eyelid, what you want to do is tap the product into your eyelid where exactly you want it to be and then go out and blend it. Only because sometimes when you blend it, you know, it's kind of like hiccuping. That's what I like to call it. It's not moving as fast as you need it to. It just feels like, you know, like it's just not doing what you need it to do. So I find that whenever I tap the product on my eye, it's easier to spread across the eyelid. So I took a little tall tail. We're actually going to go into this Jackie Aina Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. And we're going to grab the color Supreme using this Beige Cosmetics V5, another fluffy brush. If y'all didn't notice, I call every brush a fluffy brush. I'm just going to kind of blend out the harsh creases of this pink that I just put on from the Morphe palette. Y'all gonna see what I'm doing. Perfect, like so. Now going back into my Morphe palette, I'm going to use this pink, well, not really pink, it's like a dark fuchsia color. And with another Morphe M433 fluffy brush, I'm going to put that down below in my crease, underneath the initial pink color that we started off with. So now what we're going to do is take a lighter concealer. I take my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Pure Beige, and I'm going to cut the crease of my eyelid. Now taking my Fenty Beauty Universal Invisimatte Blotting Powder, I'm going to set my cut crease. Going back in with that darker fuchsia color, we are going to fill in the ends of our cut crease. As we are filling in the ends of our cut crease, we're going to put a little bit of eyeshadow a little bit before it, just so that when we add the other colors, it continues to look like a gradient effect. Using the Smalling blending brush from Urban Studio in the number 211, we're going to go back into the Jackie Aina palette and use the color Supreme. We're going to actually mix Supreme and that first bright pink color. And then lastly, I'm going to take my finger and use this pretty shimmery purplish shimmer from the Morphe palette and place it in the inner corner of my eye. I notice with colors like these, it's nice to use your finger because it really picks up the pigment. To add a little bit more dimension, I'm going to use another pink shimmer from the palette. Boom, 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 boom. To finish off this look, I'm going to add some eyeliner and some lashes, and I will be right back. So now that we have majority of the eye look done, I did my eyeshadow, put my eyeliner and my lashes on. We are now going to go into color correcting. I used the Pro Concealer by LA Girl in the color Orange Corrector. A little does go a long way with this corrector. A lot of people might not need this step, but I feel like I need it because under my eyes are dark, as you can see. And for some reason, it's like when I correct this, I have to correct it on my mouth as well, only because it just looks like a funny contrast. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And if you have like any pimple scars, that'll be good to cover as well. Now I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty Pro Filtr Soft Matte Foundation in the color 370. With also a little bit of my Farsalis oil. It is winter and this is a matte foundation, so I don't want my skin cracking out there. So I feel like adding my Farsalis oil is definitely a good blend. Now using this Beige Cosmetics brush in the color in the number 114, I'm going to add my foundation. I like to start around my mouth chin area because I just feel like that's what needs the most coverage. Being that I'm going to add concealer and all that other stuff on my face. Make sure you get your neck. Being that my hair is down, I'm not going to do my ears. But for those of you ladies who are going out for Valentine's Day or any other day, if your hair is up, if your ears are showing, make sure you put some foundation on your ears. I like to cover the color corrector underneath my eyes with a little bit of foundation, only because, as I stated before, I'm going to put, ooh, I glue on my hand. I'm going to put concealer on that part, so I just don't want too much makeup on my under eyes. I am a little baggy too, so we don't want it to look, you know, too cakey and like it's falling down and stuff. Now going in with my Fenty Beauty Pro Filtr concealers in the color 370 and 340. I'm going to use 370 first to conceal, and I'm going to use 340 to highlight. Now using this Real Techniques by Sam and Nick Essential Foundation brush, I'm going to blend out my concealer, the first round of it. So again, this is the number 370, which is the same color as my foundation. I basically just do this step to conceal the parts of my face that I feel need a little bit extra coverage. Alright, now that that's all blended out, I'm going to go in with the color 340 and my Fenty Beauty Pro Filtr Concealer. Again, I use this part to highlight. It is a brighter color, so I don't like to use too much. I just like to put it a little bit, like, you know, by my bags. Because I want to make sure that my bags are like just so, you know. The reason I like to bounce from eye to eye is because I want to have even product on both sides. I notice that sometimes if I blend out one eye more than I do the other, well, if I blend out one eye first completely and then start the other, I notice that one eye always looks a little bit more concealed than the other, only because I brought the concealer from one eye to the other. So I like to keep it even. No favorites over here. Now going in with my Airspun translucent powder, I'm going to just set underneath my eyes and everything else on my face. It's so funny how, I don't know what made me think of this, but I just remember the days when I never used to use brushes to do my makeup. I used to have like so many brushes and probably used one, which was my eyebrow brush. because I didn't know how to use all my other brushes, and now I don't know how to not use brushes. Like, I just rather use brushes for everything. I used to be a beauty blender queen. And there's nothing wrong with using a beauty blender, so if that's still your preference, go ahead. So you just want to go lightly with this powder because we are going to use another powder. This is basically just to, you know, take down the shine a little bit, take down any extra moisture. I like to really get into my T-zone area with this powder, around my nose, my mouth, my laugh lines. Now I'm going to use my Sacha Buttercup powder, which is a yellow powder. And I'm going to use a little bit and highlight underneath my eyes. Just a little bit for your chin because you want everything to match, or the high points of your face to match. So you don't want under your eyes to be yellow and then here is brown and here is brown, you know? So you want everything at the high points of your face to match as far as highlight. Brightness, let me say. I'm also going to go down the nose of my bridge. The bridge of my nose. But I want to contour that first and then go over it with the yellow powder. So we'll get back to that part. I do feel like my face is getting a little powdery. So as I mentioned before, it is winter time. I'm not trying to go out there and be crickle, crickle, crack, crack. And I'm also going to use a powder contour and blush and stuff like that. So I definitely want to make sure that my face looks moisturized. So what I'm going to do now is spray my face and let that set in a little bit just to add a little bit more moisture. Contour and bronzer. I like to go in with two of my favorite Fenty Beauty, I say Pro Filtr, Sunstalker bronzers. I like to use the color Cocoa Naughty, which I believe is the darkest shade. I like to use that for my contour, and then I like to use Beige and Gal as, like, you know, a nice little warmth. And it also gives like a nice transition because this is so dark. It kind of gives me a nice little gradient effect of, like, you know, brown to like a darker contour. Y'all gonna see. I'm gonna take this angled blush brush from Beige Cosmetics, going with my Cocoa Naughty, and place that right where I would normally put my contour. If you want, you can definitely still go in with a cream contour. I'm just at the point in my life where when I come home after anything and I have on makeup, I just hate having on so much facial makeup. So I just like to keep it simple with my powders. But for the days I like to step out a little bit extra, I definitely will use my contour sticks. And I actually have a link down below that shows you guys how to contour like a pro. So make sure you check that out. And your forehead. So just like you like to make sure that the highlights of your face are matching, as in like right here, your nose, your chin, and your forehead, you want to make sure that I'm not sure what the name of it is, but you just want to make sure that the outer parts of your face also match. So you want to make sure that if you're going to contour your cheeks, that underneath your jawline also has the same kind of color contrast, and as well as the top of your forehead. And now with Beige and Gal, I'm going to take another brush. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but you can definitely see the contour, and I just feel like that more warm brown kind of made it look more contrast, as opposed to this side where it's just where I have my concealer and then it's just contour. You guys see it? I like to use Beige and Gal to contour my nose. I just feel like the other one is a little bit too dark for my nose, the center of my face. You can see I contoured my nose, and where I put a little bit of the yellow powder is gone. So I'm just going to use this little detailed brush, go back into my yellow powder, and just go down the nose bridge. So before we just finish the face, what I want to do is finish my eyes. So I'm going to go back into the Morphe palette that we started with originally, and I'm going to take a brush right here. I think it's a lipstick brush, to be honest, but I just use all my brushes for whatever. So I'm going to go in with that dark fuchsia color that we had on our eyes, and I'm going to use that underneath the eye. Then with that bright pink, I just like really love that color, I'm going to go right underneath that dark fuchsia. Perfection. I love it. I'm not going to go in with, and just add this like underneath the wing. So I'm not going to go in with mascara just yet, only because I'm going to spray my face and I don't want it to get messed up. So what I do want to do is finish the rest of my face as far as lip liner, lipstick, highlight, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so when I'm back, I added my blush, highlight, lip gloss, lip liner, and my mascara, and this is what I look like. This will conclude my Valentine's Day daytime look. For any of you who have any questions or comments or any concerns, please make sure that you comment down in the comment box below. Make sure that you give this video a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, because I know that you'll be back for some more looks. Okay sis, that's not a secret. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.